Julie?
Well, I'm a former refugee, and I came from a totalitarian regime, and when I came here, we had nothing, and we were on welfare for a little while until we got on our feet, and I'm happy to say I probably pay more in taxes and have been paying ever since. So I have a lot of sympathy with these people.
Explain your background.
My background is I was born in the Soviet Union, and we came here as political refugees. My parents were virulent anti-communists. We were lucky enough to be able to be refugees and come here, but we came here again with nothing. We had $90 in our pocket. And so a lot of these people are experiencing the same thing. They don't have a country to go back to. They have nothing in their pockets. They literally fled with the clothes on their back, if at all. And so I understand why we have to give them aid. And frankly, somebody who experienced that as a child, I have a tremendous sympathy and empathy. And I want to help them. And I don't want to castigate them and say that they're here glomming off of us, because if they continue to live here, I'm hopeful that the vast majority of them, like my family did, will become productive citizens and pay taxes.
Do you worry that not everyone is like your family, though? That
you know,
some nefarious characters are going to slip through?
I am much more worried about somebody born in this country, like the San Bernardino terrorist, and becomes radicalized. I don't worry as much about the fact that these people, I'm hopeful they're as vetted as the State Department says, but to focus on them and these 10,000 people as opposed to focusing on the fact that we've got a massive problem with radicalization of homegrown terrorists. Don't put this on them. I know some of these refugees who are coming from Syria, and they just want to live here. They just want to live, period.
All right, Ben, you were saying?
Two things. First of all, the vetting is complete nonsense. That there is no vetting. There's no documentation about who these people are, where they came from, what their political backgrounds are. But also, if I may say so, the refugees from the Muslim countries, from the Arab countries in particular, not all of them, some of them are wonderful people, are not at all the same as the refugees from the former Soviet Union. Stockholm has the highest rape rate in Europe, and it's entirely because of Muslim Arab refugees coming there and terrorizing Swedish women. This is not to be compared with the Soviet Union's emigres that they sent to the United States. No remote comparison.
Wait a second. You're telling me that people who are fleeing the carnage in Syria today are coming here to rape and kill people? How about the fact they just want to get out and live?
I didn't say, Julie, I didn't say that. You just
so what are you
made that
saying?
up.
So what are you saying?
No, you just made that up.
Well,
what
tell
I
me
said
what you're
was
saying.
In Stockholm, Julie, you didn't even hear what I said. Yeah, what I said was in Stockholm, they're not having any kind of great results like we got with the Soviet and Jewish refugees coming to the United States. What they're having is the highest rape rate in Europe, entirely as a consequence of taking in all these Muslim Arab refugees. That is not made up. That's a fact.
So,
I didn't say it had anything to do with refugees coming to the U.S. It might or it might not.
Well, wait a second.
It's certainly something to bear in mind.
So these refugees deserve to stay in Syria and get slaughtered because of the fact that 1 or 2 or 10 of them are raping people? How about all the rapists here? I mean, you can't castigate an entire...
It's not 1 or 2 or 10 of them. It's not 1 or 2 or 10 of them. It's the thousands of them in the various European countries they've gone to. And it does require bearing in mind, they're not supposed to be brought here to disturb the civil peace of the United States.
Wow.
That's not supposed to happen.
Well, we do know enough from the San Bernardino attackers that they were not adequately vetted, even though we thought in the case of the wife that she had been and cleared 3 times by Pakistan. So we know that even those with supposedly the proper paperwork can jinx and fool the system. And now with these refugees, the potential is a lot more.